So this is the Shimbol Memory I. It's a 5.5 inch 4K touchscreen recorder slash monitor. It retails for around $279 US. I'm just going to talk you through some of its features and what makes it a great budget recorder slash monitor. So with this monitor you can record up to 1080p 60 frames per second video. I know that may not sound like much compared to other monitors like the Ninja 5 or the Blackmagic Video Assist, but you also have to bear in mind that if you wanted to record RAW or ProRes externally, then you'd probably be paying 2 or 3 times the price once you take into account the extra add-ons required, such as the SSD. If you don't need to shoot in 4K, then this monitor is perfect for you, as this records a fantastic 1080p Full HD up to 60 FPS. So Shimbol actually sent me this monitor to do a little review on, so please bear with me because I've never done a review like this before. It's probably going to be my only review video because it's not really the type of content that I want to be making, but yeah, thank you Shimbol for sending me this, because I actually have been thinking about buying a monitor for a while now, and after having tried this, I think I'll probably be keeping it as straight out of the box. There's very minimal setup that you need to do. It's very simple, and yeah. One of the things that I like about this monitor is that it's not loaded with too many features which you may not end up needing, but at the same time it has just enough of what you need to successfully manage your exposure levels. So you have your waveform, RGB portal, histogram and vector. I'm not going to go through in depth into what they each do, but they all work in different but also similar ways to help you see and control your exposure levels. In the marker menu you can adjust your safe area, you can add grid lines, and there's also anamorphic desqueeze if you're shooting with an anamorphic lens. You also have your focus peaking, which you can adjust the highlights for, and the sensitivity, so it's perfect if you're shooting with a manual lens or you like to manually focus. And there's pinch to zoom, which, as its name implies, you pinch to zoom in to make sure that your shot is actually in focus. You've also got false color, which displays different colors to represent different exposure levels to see if your image is under or overexposed. And there's the zebra pattern, which is a highlight warning indicator. It warns you if your highlights are blown out. So the monitor comes with an SD card, which is preloaded with 3D LUTs, and you've also got the option to upload or customize your own 3D LUTs. So you can actually shoot in log and view it in your monitor with the LUT applied. So the LUT is not actually baked into your footage, it just lets you see how your footage would look with the 3D LUT applied. has a brightness level of 2000 nits, which is really bright. So for comparison, my phone at its maximum brightness is about, I think, 850 nits, which is an iPhone 13. And so yeah, this is 2000, so it's more than twice the brightness of your regular smartphone. Shimbol also sent me the TP Mini, which is an HDMI wireless video transmitter. So this retails for $89 and it transmits up to 1080p 60 video and has a transmission range of about 600 feet. You can tell which is the transmitter and which is the receiver with the TX and the RX at the bottom. So this is the transmitter and this is the receiver, and they're both powered by any NPF series battery, or you can also power them with a power bank and a USB-C cable. And yeah, so we'll go and try them out and see how they work. So you get your transmitter, you put that into your HDMI in, I believe, and that also goes into your HDMI slot in your camera. And then you get your receiver and you plug your HDMI cable to the HDMI out slot. So your transmitter then transmits into this receiver and you'll get the live feed into your monitor. So once you turn the monitor and the camera on, it should pair automatically, I believe. What I'll do is I'll put this camera on a tripod and record with my other camera. So I have the transmitter here connected from the HDMI in to the camera's HDMI, and that is transmitting over to the receiver. And you can see the live feed right there. So just like the Shimbol Memory Eye, the TP Mini just works so well straight out the box. The transmitter and receiver will pair automatically as soon as you turn them both on, and from there it's just a case of connecting your transmitter to your camera and your receiver to your monitor. I haven't had the chance to test out the maximum range, or if you were to have a wall separating the two, whether that would interrupt the connection at all, but I think for the price, and if you're just after a very simple image, such as a director's monitor on a set or on a commercial shoot, then you can't really go wrong with it, and I think this will do just fine. Also, I forgot to mention, Shimbol claims that it has a latency of around 70 milliseconds, which I think is about right from my experience. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to Shimbol for sending me these. If any of you are interested at all in any of these, then I will put the link in the description box on where you can get them.